Good evening, I'm Korina Sanchez-Roxas, sitting in for Miss Pinky Webb. Tonight we ask the questions, we tackle the issues, we clarify matters, and we get on point. Congress has long struggled to pass an anti-dynasty bill, despite repeated calls from advocates. But this Tuesday, President Bongbong Marcos himself directed Congress to prioritize 4 key measures, including a bill that would actually ban political dynasties. With this directive from the President, will the reign of dynasties finally end? Let's get on point with a lawmaker who is pushing for such reform, among others, Mamamayang Liberal Party List Representative Leila de Lima. Hello, ma'am.
Good evening, Korina. Good evening to the viewers.
You're a very busy person.
Oh, well, yes.
You're so busy. I mean, you just filed another bill on against illicit
The illicit enrichment. Yes, illicit enrichment. And then this morning, the Truth Commission bill. Because, you know,
another one?
Yes, Truth Commission.
Okay.
Because tomorrow is the International Human Rights Day. And then today is the Human Rights Defenders Day. And so we thought it best to file a bill on a human rights related bill. And we relaunched the what we call Makatao Coalition.
Okay.
Makatao means...
And this is the group behind the
Mambabatas para sa Karapatang Pantao.
Okay.
So we relaunched it. So
Okay.
it's a minority lawmakers and majority lawmakers, those who would be advancing human rights based
So the Truth Commission, which is
legislation.
the new bill,
Yes.
this is the group backing it.
Yes, yes.
Truth
It's
Commission, what's
Truth
that all
Commission. It's the body that will investigate the extrajudicial killings.
about? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, so a separate body just focusing on the EJ case.
The EJ case, the unresolved EJ case.
Right.
Especially during the Duterte, under the war on drugs, and also other
So other
human rights.
extrajudicial, like Sabong, the missing Sabongeros, for example.
But extrajudicial killings,
Right,
yes.
right.
Anything that will fall within the definition of extrajudicial killings would be falling under the jurisdiction of the Truth Commission. But most of these would be those that occurred during the war on drugs.
Okay.
And also human rights violations.
So this is to make sure that it does not happen again, because as we speak, this is already under the mandate of the ICI. ICC, sorry.
The ICC, because you know the ICC cannot investigate all of those incidents.
I see.
And the ICC only focuses on those with the highest responsibility, the masterminds. So they don't bother with those in the middle level and the low level perpetrators. And there's just so many of them. Because you see the official figures, 6,000, but human rights groups have much higher estimates of the number of killed under the war on drugs.
Okay. So before we go to the anti-political dynasty bill, another bill that you just crafted is the illicit enrichment bill.
Yes.
And I
yes.
said, ano kaya yon? Hindi ba parang Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practice Act na yan? So what is that?
That bill would seek to remedy the difficulty in proving plunder cases. Kasi alam nyo naman, mahirap i-prove ang plunder. Kasi the mere existence of wealth does not suffice to prove a case for plunder. Kailangan i-prove mo na muna na yung kayamanan na yan, yung sobra-sobrang kayamanan, ay were acquired through what? Malversation.
So anybody who is elected into office
Yes.
and who is
with
clearly too wealthy.
Yes, with unexplained wealth. You know,
Okay.
that wealth that cannot be that cannot be explained, that disproportionate to the source of the lawful source of
To
income.
their SALN.
Yes,
Okay. So how would you determine if somebody's too wealthy?
sa lifestyle check.
Lifestyle check.
Let's say may mga makita
Right.
ng mga ari-arian.
What they post online.
Yeah, what they post online, and even those yung ano man ang mga madiskubre
The
sa
watches they
lifestyle.
wear.
Yes,
The
yes.
cars they drive.
Yes, and that cannot really be explained sufficiently or well, disproportionate doon sa kanilang lawful income, sa salaries, sa benefits, and then sa source, sa business.
Wow.
You know, so
Babagsak ang sales ng luxury items.
so illicit enrichment. So may presumption na kaagad
I
na
see.
ill-gotten. And you don't have to prove na, you know, na that was the source of the product of kickbacks, of commission, of malversation,
Right.
of conversion,
What is the
etc.
initial response to that among your peers in Congress?
Wala pa naman lang, there has been no, I have not really sensed any
Opposition?
any opposition. I'm still trying to get a feel of what...
Because if they oppose now, then they're suspect, right?
Kaya nga,
Maybe it's
so
also-
they're careful enough. They're
Right.
careful enough not to show any negative reaction. But they should welcome this. They should welcome this. It's about time, because there are countries already.
With such a law.
Yeah, because it's simple, it's straightforward, it's easier to prove on the part of the prosecutors, and it's a commitment on the part of our government dun sa UN Convention against corruption. So it's about time
Right.
that we also adopt such a model.
I found out that there is such a thing as an anti-corruption department in some first world countries. I think Hong Kong has one. I'm not so sure. But do you think that we need something like that, an anti-corruption department, manned really by a whole building?
But of course, we have the Office of the Ombudsman. But you know, the Office of the Ombudsman would handle already cases filed with it, but cases filed for investigation, and also filing of cases with the Sandigan Bayan. But yung anti-corruption, you know, in dealing with the you know, dun pala sa mga policies of
They
government.
actively look for them.
Yes.
Ayon.
Yes.
Okay. So, because you are a very busy woman with so many bills, with so many bills under her sleeve, okay, the Anti-Dynasty bill, the president today prioritized 4 bills already filed, no? And one of them is the Anti-Political Dynasty bill. Of course, the others are equally impressive. The creation of the IPC, which I think you were also the filer of that one.
Yes, the
Okay.
counterpart bill, the version in the House is the ICAIC.
Right.
The Independent Commission Against Infrastructure Corruption. Yung IPC kasi, that's the Senate version.
Right.
Independent People's Commission.
The third of the President's priority bills is the Accountability Access. Mahaba ang title niya, so ganun na lang ang itawag natin
In
dyan.
short, Cadena.
Cadena, okay. Party List Reform Act. Wow, we're excited about that.
Yes.
Yes, there are too many party lists. Okay, let's go first to the Anti-Dynasty bill. So are you hopeful? Ang sabi nila, baka ito daw ay script lang, sarsuela,
At
delaying
least
tactic.
there's openness already, because no less than the Speaker himself has spoken that he is also for it, that he has his own version. You know, the Speaker, Po GD, is actually part of a political dynasty.
Right.
If I'm not mistaken, 12 ata sila, 12 or 14 members of a political dynasty in the north, in Isabela. But he has said so, that he is filing his own version of a anti-political dynasty bill. But he already explained to us exactly kung ano yung kanyang version, different from the other versions of the anti-political dynasty bill. I have my own version of the anti-political dynasty bill. Several others have filed their own anti-political dynasty bill. So there are several versions. Ang nagkakatalo dyan na
Bakit
Korina would be
kailangan marami pang version? Hindi ba basta kamag-anak mo bawal, period?
You know, the differences would be in the degree of relationship. Is it up to the second degree of relationship, third degree, or fourth degree of relationship? Also, yung sabay-sabay ba? Gaano ba kasabay-sabay? You know, that would it be total? Na isa lang dapat in all, whether it's national or local. Isa lang dapat sa isang pamilya.
Why not?
Okay, kaya nga, yun ang dapat.
Yun ang dapat.
Ideally, yun.
Because they get into, they are in cahoots in many of the transactions.
Correct. Although there are versions ang nagsasabi, pwede naman isa sa national, pwede naman dun sa local, isa sa Congress,
Ayan na yung
and then isa
negotiating.
dyan. So there would be debates there, there would be some consensus.
When the president
that will be
says it's a priority bill, what does that mean?
It's a priority bill in the sense that we should start talking about it, that we should start deliberating on it, that that should be already referred to the proper committee. Because right now, I don't think it's been referred to the proper committee, that it has to go through first the Rules Committee.
Right.
And then that when referred to the proper committee, that there has to be immediate deliberations. And then there should be the committee reports that must be made so that this can be tackled at the plenary level. So
I'm getting tired just listening to all of that. Okay, so the question now is...
There's a legislative mill.
I know.
Okay.
It's too much. It's too much for my head. But anyway, the question is, will it be ready for 2028? Okay, we'll talk more about that. We'll take a short break for now. We'll continue our discussion with Congresswoman Leila de Lima when we return. Stay tuned. This is On Point. Welcome back. Still with us, Mamamayang Liberal Party List Representative Leila de Lima. So, will it happen in 2028 that
It
there
has
won't
to.
be?
Otherwise, why should it be considered or deemed to be a priority bill kung lalampas na naman ng 20th Congress? We're now in the 20th Congress, and 20th Congress would last until 2028, until the next election. So why categorize it as a priority bill kung lalampas na naman ng 20th Congress? And look, it's there in the Constitution, the ban on the political dynasty.
It already is, actually. But there are no implementing rules and regulations.
Wala nga. So it's about time. Kasi mag-40 years na yung Constitution.
Okay.
So long overdue na ang batas na yan. So kung patatagalin. So what's the point of looking at it as a priority bill kung lalampas pa ng 2028? So I hope it can be passed into law in the next few months.
I think that depends on the president, because it seems to be working for him to be setting deadlines on himself.
Yes.
When he said, may ipapakulong ako before December 25 people, hold him to that promise. So I guess he has to put a timeline on these bills also.
Those are exactly the commitments that people want to hear from him, given the political climate that we have.
Ayun. So, Mr. President, kulang po ng deadline. Kailangan po namin ng deadline. Maliban doon sa sinasabing prioritize these 4 bills. Okay, so we're hoping on this anti-political dynasty bill. So, will this also be discussed in the Bicam? Kung sakali, umusad? The Bicam, will it also pass through the Bicam?
Yes, kasi depende yan sa kung ano ang version ng House and the Senate. Nagkaka-Bicam pag may differences.
Do you agree that the Bicam should be made public?
Of course.
And
especially
transparent?
sa budget.
Especially the budget,
Especially
I
sa
know.
budget, because of what happened in 2023, 2024, and the 2025 budgets.
Budget. Okay. So maybe that should also be part of the priority bill. Maybe there should be a number 5. Okay. What about the Party List Reform Act?
Yes.
You are a party list member.
Yes,
and
kailangan.
we're definitely benefiting a lot from you, but not from all. And so many party list representatives are contractors.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Exactly.
So,
That's why the party list system needs reforming. because there's been quite a number of party lists that whose nominees and or the members now of the House of Representatives who are, as you said, contractors or with business interests, or even members of political dynasties. So just extensions of their political interests. So what kind of party lists are these groups?
Right.
Because party lists are supposed to be just representing, they represent marginalized sectors. Now, for example, ML, Mamamayang Liberal, we are multi-sectoral party list. We represent several sectors. These are truly marginalized sectors. I happen to be a voice of these marginalized sectors. One of the sectors, women's sector. I'm part of the sector, the women's sector.
Kanino sila nakakalusot sa COMELEC? Is COMELEC the gatekeeper for party list viability?
Yes,
Or
because
eligibility?
yes, because sa COMELEC nagpapa-accredit.
Okay.
Ang COMELEC ang nag-approve ng accreditation, and there are supposed to be requirements. Kaya lang nakakalusot.
Right.
And because there is also a Supreme Court, medyo naging lax na ngayon ang pag-approve ng mga nominees for
Party list.
party
But
list.
who approves them? George Garcia?
The COMELEC and
The
bank.
COMELEC
The
and bank.
COMELEC and bank.
Baka kasama rin yan dapat sa priority bills. Change the composition of the heads of the COMELEC. Okay, so what about IPC as against ICAIC? What do you think is the difference between the Independent People's Commission of the Senate and the other commission
There's not
in the lower
much
house?
difference, actually, looking at both bills, looking at both versions of the House and of the Senate. So the House is the ICAIC, the Senate is the IPC. Pareho naman silang 5 members ang commission instead of 3. Yung ICI kasi, 3 lang. Ngayon ay pareho yung sa IPC and ICAIC, 5. And then the term of office, yung sa ICAIC, that's up to 2023. Now, IPC, I think initially is supposed to be a permanent one, but I'm not sure if the final product sa Senate, Senate plenary is also 3 years and then extendable to 3 years. And there are, and in terms of the powers, there are powers under the ICAIC not found in the IPC, and also vice versa. There are powers sa IPC not found in the ICAIC. Now, one example na nandyan sa ICAIC pero wala sa IPC is the issuance of the a whole departure order. Binibigyan namin ng power directly to issue whole departure order.
Ang commission?
Yung commission.
Oh,
On the
okay.
theory, kasi di ba sa Constitution ngayon, because it's a constitutional right to travel. You cannot just restrict one's right to travel unless there is a law on the basis of public safety, public health, and national security. So ang premise namin in granting the ICAIC the power to issue whole departure order is that this whole thing, this corruption issue impacts on national security. So it is a threat. This massive corruption is actually a threat to national security and even national economy. So kapag national security na ang pinag-uusapan, pwede nang i-restrict ang right to travel.
And finally, it will have to be the NBI to be convinced, or the ombudsman to issue the whole departure order.
No, the commission
The commission itself will have the power.
will directly issue already the whole departure order. So isa yan sa mga magiging additional powers.
How do you vote for the composition of the commission?
It's going to be appointed by the president.
Oh, appointed by the president.
Yes,
really?
pareho rin sa IPC. Even yung ICI ngayon, appointed by the president.
Why does the president get to appoint a body that might investigate him?
Well,
That's what the law says.
because traditionally the president is the appointing authority.
Oh, okay.
Even justices of the Supreme Court, members of the judiciary, the appointing authority. Anyway, and any member of the commission may be removed for cause. And so Yes.
Okay.
And
When
then-
there is bias, when there is, some
Yeah.
kind of misdemeanor.
Yes, when there is a ground
Okay.
for removal.
Okay. So, wow, this is a record. 30 minutes and 5 bills discussed. that was a fast and furious one. Oh, we have time for one more. Okay. The accountability access, to what does this apply?
We're all government.
All government.
It's a mechanism na mas transparent na.
Sa
May
ngayon
access.
kasi, kailangan mo pang mag-apply. You have to convince them that you really need the information for you to
Yes,
gain
yes. And then
access.
the on government transactions, so may open portal, na mas madali nalalaman ang mga transaksyon sa gobyerno.
So, kasama na dyan ang BICAM.
accountability.
Dapat kasama na dyan ang BICAM.
Yun nga. Kaya nga kailangan talaga open ang BICAM, especially sa budget.
What happens really in the BICAM that you find suspicious?
Because, strictly, ang trabaho dapat lang BICAM is i-reconcile lang yung mga differing provisions ng House and Senate versions of any bill, including yung sa budget. Ang problema, lalo na doon sa budget, sumobra sila ng sumobra. They went beyond just reconciling, just making minor modifications about the finished product of both the House and the Senate. Ano nangyari sa BICAM noon? Ano sa 2023, 2024, and 2025 GAB, the General Appropriations Bill? Nako, mga insertions, unprecedented insertions, and then yung diversions of funds, taking out items, one item, and transferring them to another.
So do you think the
Huge.
composition of the BICAM from the last time is also responsible for...
Yes, because it's, contingent, House contingent, and Senate contingent.
Kasi
And
200
supposedly,
billion and then
yeah,
it jumped to 700 billion, right? We discussed this yesterday with Nery Colmenares.
Oo, nagiging iba-iba. Iba-iba. And then yung items na-approve na supposedly, both sa House version and sa Senate version, naging iba na. As if hindi mo na nakilala
Right.
yung the ones approved at the House and sa Senate. Totally, bungled.
Right.
Bungled budget. And that is not supposed to be the province or the mandate of the BICAM.
So the rest of the congressmen and senators also are not privy to what goes on in the BICAM.
Yes, because they did not even issue the BICAM report. Until now, we have not seen the BICAM reports.
Shouldn't there be a transcript?
There must be. There ought to
A
be.
recorded transcript?
But it's not made. We don't have it. We don't have it.
Okay, wow. I don't want to end on that note. I want to end hopeful. And so what we're waiting on from the president is a date, a deadline for the 4 priority bills that he declared, which is so impressive.
It would have been ideal, Korina, if sinagad-sagad na ng Pangulo in the sense na sana sinertify na niya as urgent. Lalo na yung ICAIC, IPC bill, and even the Anti-Political Dynasty bill.
Right.
Para mas mabilis na.
Ayan ang headline.
Certify
as urgent. Okay. Mamamayang Liberal Party List Representative Leila de Lima, thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure.
Maraming pong
Always.
salamat. And that's On Point. Join us again tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. here on BNC, the Billionario News Channel. I'm Korina Sanchez-Roxas, sitting in for Pinky Webb. Thank you very much for watching.